Hey up, this is Dave Desai. Today we have a lot to talk about. One of BTS's songs gets banned on Korean network KBS. We have a V thirst trap going viral on TikTok, and also V causing a bit of confusion with the recent live stream. So, hater or not, make sure you're subscribed with the notification bell on. Grab your dumplings, he's spilling mug merch, and let's get into it. The first thing I want to talk about is the recent V Live that BTS did. So BTS does a V Live every single time they do something big. So after the Grammys, and after a big award show, and after a big concert. But when it's a concert, it might be one of the members, but after a big award show, it's usually all of them live together. This is just their way of thanking armies and their way of showing their love to all the armies that have basically allowed them to attend said award show or have these big monumental concerts. They also can then provide a little bit of the behind the scenes of the event and talk about how they are feeling. And this way, armies feel connected to them. I think all celebrities should adopt this. It's a good way to connect. Now, right after the release of the Yet to Come music video, BTS went live on V Live as a group, and there was one particular moment that armies started to meme. But RM mentioned that there were going to be a big surprise for their June 13th anniversary. And I will talk about that content that is out now. And the other members, especially V, was almost about to spoil it when they found out what RM was talking about. V mentioned that the announcement for this big thing was already released on the schedule. But if you check the schedule, you'll see that there's a big question mark for June 13th and what is about to be released. It was quickly confirmed by RM and the team that the announcement was never officially made at that time, and V had almost leaked it, and Jin was even trying to shush him. Both RM and V are known to be the ones that tend to leak a lot of upcoming surprises, and so the members were very cautious as to not allow this to happen, and Jimin even actually physically holding V back. What's funny to me is, why didn't the staff intervene and be like, shut up? Like, if I was one of the staff members listening to them fight over this and have this huge chaos of moments, I'd be behind the camera trying to wave at them and be like, cut it out, shut up. V did eventually go behind the camera and talk to one of the staffs and confirm that indeed the announcement was never made. The members teetered back and forth to say that it was out and then it wasn't, and then V added that this thing that is happening here could cause a lot of controversy, as there will be a lot of speculation on what is to come out June 13th, and people are going to be debating. Sometimes what Big Hit or Hype will do is release right at midnight Korean time, which is 11 a.m. in Eastern time. So as of recording this, something did drop, and I feel more of it will come out. But Jungkook released his song called My You, and it's mostly in English. There are some Korean in there too, and it's an Instagram themed video, meaning you can watch it upright on your phone, and they put in lyrics on the screen in a creative way. I think this is very smart, as a lot of people can download the video and then repost it on their story, and this will be an easy way for this video to spread even further. Or it can so easily be posted on TikTok or Reels, and I think a lot of us are so used to watching videos that way, where it's vertical, and some people may even prefer to watch it that way. The song is very catchy. I hope they do one of these for each of the members. I also think that since all the members are so active on Instagram, and they seem to really enjoy being on Instagram, like you can tell they really like it. V has been sharing a lot on Instagram and his stories, but then he deletes it. But V deleting his stories isn't like a normal person deleting their stories, because if you and I delete a story, no one screenshots it and no one saves it. It's likely actually gone. But if V posts something for even half a second, it's screenshotted by thousands of people or recorded by thousands. V was allegedly having fun, maybe a little tipsy, we don't know, but I've seen people say this. And he posted on his story what people are calling a thirst trap, which if you're unfamiliar with the term, it's adult content, but more like teasing adult content. So like something that is considered a thirst trap could be someone doing a strip tease. However, while obviously V was fully clothed, his thirst trap was more over the idea that it was late night, he was lip syncing to a sexy song and making cute faces at the camera. Of course, V is V, and if you're hot, anything you do is hot. However, what was very interesting and funny was that someone took all of the V clips from his story or anything he's posted and reposted on TikTok. And I'm assuming these are various different accounts. TikTok is a highly viral platform, and a lot of things can go viral on TikTok. But it was kind of surprising to most armies that a lot of the footage of him doing whatever got over 1 million views. And I believe this is because, or largely not because of the viral nature of TikTok, but just because since V deletes his stories so quickly, armies are scouring the internet looking for the clips or sharing them. So regardless of the platform, the video might get 1 million views. I've seen these types of videos that V deletes go viral on Twitter after he deletes them because people are looking for it. But what was more cool and awesome is the fact that the quote-unquote adult content or thirst trap that V posted and someone reposted posted on TikTok got 5 million views. And this is hilarious. I love him so much. He can literally come on camera and just flirt a little and suddenly 5 million people want to love him. I think it has to be quite interesting how there is no way that V doesn't know he possesses this much power. Like, he has to know, right? Yet during a V Live, he is quick to almost, like, if I knew everything I did got that much attention, I would sit still during a V Live and not move. Because if I move weirdly, it might be a spoiler. Joking, but not really, because if you are practicing a dance or whatever and you have dancer friends, you can ask them. If you're all hanging out and talking and then the dancer friend is listening but not participating in the conversation, they might move or do the dance they have been rehearsing for the last week or whatever. And of course, this gives away the choreography. So if I was BTS, I'd probably handcuff myself to make sure I don't move. I mean, whatever they might have spoiled is coming out today or tomorrow, so it doesn't even matter. BTS has been preparing for their comeback and promoting it yet to come. I think their main focus is on that song and promoting it. They've been scheduled to go on several TV shows and stuff to perform it. Very surprising that there seem to be no plans for any American TV show appearances with this song. I do wonder if they have decided to just go back to Korea and not focus on an American comeback anymore. We shall see what happens. But it was interesting because there was alleged information that certain older BTS songs were banned from broadcast, and specifically KBS. Since BTS's anthology album consists of older songs, during the show they have to perform some of the older songs. I don't know where this chart I'm about to talk about came from. Could be fan-made, we don't know. Nothing is proven, but since ARMYs were going by this chart and talking about it, I need to talk about it too. So the song For Youth is allegedly still pending for approval on the broadcast, and then Run BTS is ineligible for broadcast due to cursing and such, but Yet to Come is eligible because it's more commercially friendly. This is obviously something they planned for because they were like, this is the lead single, we want radio play, etc. The interesting thing is that the fandom picked up that Run BTS had only one curse in it, and ARMYs are saying that you can obviously either change out the curse word or keep it in, as it's not an extremely bad curse word. But there's theories that if it's true that Run BTS has been banned from broadcast, that it was not banned for that one curse word, but banned because the song pokes at the K-pop industry. The song talks about the flaws of the industry in a very broad context, and at this time when they made the song, they were definitely having a lot of issues with their music. It was a double-edged sword for their career. The main reason they were blowing up at that time was because they were the only group singing about mental illness and also singing about the darker stuff in the industry, etc. And people thought this was refreshing and cool, but the other side of this was that they were not going to get any radio or commercial airtime for any of their songs or music videos. And oftentimes at Korean variety shows, they felt disrespected by the staff or by their colleagues. And this was where I believe, just my theory, that the show Run BTS came into play. This was BTS being like, we don't want to appear on Korean variety shows anymore, and we're going to make our own. Which is so awesome they called it Run BTS. I have some episodes on Patreon if you want to check out. More will be coming out soon. I will link my Patreon down below in the description. Now, BTS being ineligible for broadcast over this theory is still just a theory that ARMYs have. KBS has denied it by saying it's over the cursing in the song. So it's just a theory. We can assume that KBS is likely telling it as it is, but what do you think? How do you feel about the alleged ban of the song? How do you feel about V's adult content or thirst trap? And what do you think about the new release of Jungkook's song? Let me know what you think. Make sure you check out my Patreon for more videos. Link down below. Thanks for this lovely comment right here. Love you. Bye.